Bizzleberry is bringing you another gold making guide, this time for fishing. We've got something called the Frosted Rimefin Tuna. This is used for some feasts, and you know, we're still a week before raiding and Mythic Plus stuff, and feasts are something that a lot of guilds will be picking up, particularly the super hardcore raiding guilds, buying up loads of reagents to be able to have feasts put down for their raids as they proceed to wipe for ages on these bosses. But the good news is, for us gold makers, this is a prime time to start making money. This one, the Frosted Rimefin Tunas are currently going for 259 gold each, and you can get roughly about 50-ish, 50 to 60 per 10 minutes. I say 10 minutes because that's kind of how the fishing schools kind of work with these Frosted Rimefins. So if you want to do a 4 hours work, you can easily at the moment be pushing over 50k an hour. Honestly, I would say even 75k to 100k an hour, depending on how the fishing is being managed in terms of the amount of fish. So for this one, you're going to need Tuskar 10, which might be a little bit challenging for some of you now, particularly if you haven't done all the world quests and things. I'll tell you some tips on how to get Tuskar 10. I recently hit Tuskar 10. There's a lot of Tuskar quests around the map. A lot of them will start to unlock for you in the Azure span. There's lots of like little quests. It's a really good quest chain around this area here involving Tuskar, and there's also the fishing feast. I would recommend doing that whenever you can if you need some bonus reputation. The fishing feast spawns every around about 4 hours, and you can get around about by doing all the things there, you can get around about 175 rep per time, so it's definitely worth looking into when you can. So I'm just going to take you over here to where the fishing spots are for the frosted areas. Oh, and also in terms of rep, you should definitely be doing these fishing dailies. There's 2 quests there at the fishing pools in Waking Shores, identified by the fishing mouth, the river mouth fishing hole. There's 2 quests there. The good one is the one dropping the fish into the river. That gives a lot of rep. That's about another 200 rep that you should be doing. So you can just about push it. If you do have access to and are like paying attention to treasures and things like that, you can get these sacred Tuskar totems, and once again you can hand them from rep. But if I would highly advise you at this point to pick up the Dark Moon reputation buff when doing a lot of these activities, as Tuskar rep is the hardest one to get. So how to do the 10 fishing. So you're going to unlock ice fishing. You're going to need to build a harpoon, and I believe the pick for that is somewhere around there's an alliance camp around about here where the Zon Woogie guy is. It's around about 1924. You'll have to go there and pick up a pickaxe off the ground, and you come back, you go back to the Tuskar town, you speak to the fishing guy, and he'll craft you the harpoon. The harpoon is it's passive, so you will automatically learn it anyway. It doesn't go into your bag. So we're fortunate enough to be in a Grim Tusk fishing hole rich, and the main thing you want to keep an eye on is 20% chance to drill extra deep holes in ice. That basically means that you get extra loot. There are 3 fishing holes that are tagged in these fishing holes. There are some that are outside of the range as well. So this one here, we didn't actually get a deeper fishing hole because it would say deep ice hole fishing. But if we go over to one of these other ones, we have another one here. Hopefully we can get lucky. It's not the end of the world if we don't get lucky. We're still in a rich zone, so the amount of fish that we're going to get here is still going to be pretty awesome. That one is going to deteriorate. I think there's one more to the south here. It's actually amazing that this place is actually empty. This one might be out of the zone. No, it's not. So as long as you're still getting this Grim Tusk fishing hole buff on the top right hand corner, it's still going to count. So unfortunately our 20% procs didn't count. There's some ice cracks outside of the area. So if I go to here, you can see there's an area here to ice crack. I don't know if this is intended or not, but it's not in the area. And this will happen. It's only last 3 minutes. and that happens when the area is diminished of pretty much all the resources, and that's kind of sad when that happens. So just a standard ice hole fishing. We're still going to get a good time here still though. Right click on the hole. Just right click anywhere in the hole, but you need to make sure that you can click on the bobber. Severe lag right now on EU, unfortunately. But we got one of those frosted Rimefin tunas, and we got a coin, so that's quite nice. The frosted Rimefin tunas, you can get 1 or 2 per cast here. In the deep one, I believe it's much more common that you get 2 times of the frosted Rimefin. That's when, you know, the extra sweet profit. So do try and keep it above rich. You can also put the nets here. I haven't actually claimed what's actually inside the net at the moment. I'll put something in the comments down below when I get to loot one of my nets. So yeah, unfortunately it's like really laggy on EU, so the fish per hour isn't going to be too great. But as you can see, we're getting 1 per cast. I did this on stream earlier, and yeah, basically the rate was around about 75k ish per hour. When the servers aren't lagging. It wasn't lagging at the time when I was doing it, but generally in the deep, as I mentioned earlier, the deep ones can get you 2 times procs, and it was happening about 50% of the time. I don't know if I was extreme luckiness or not. I've only had time in one of the deep ice fishing holes, but in terms of the rate, you can see this is a very easy AFK thing you can do. Every single cast that I'm doing is literally giving me 250 gold, and I'm just chilling here talking to you guys. So it's really, really good. I would make it your priority if it's something that you enjoy doing in terms of fishing and making money. This is the best way at the moment to make money through fishing. Later on, you will be able to upgrade this as you get build up into the renown. I'm not exactly sure, because you get the fishing nets later on upgrade, and you will be picking up items from here. And also another one that will probably make a lot of money is lava fishing at 15, so keep an eye out for that one. You can upgrade the harpoon there at 2, so that should be, I don't know if that's for the ice fishing or not, but you will be picking up equipment. There's lots of, like, unfortunately it's clogging my inventory. But you're going to get the salinated ceravite, which is going to be used to upgrade the harpoon. An iron tree branch, which you can't sell or buy on the auction house. So even if you aren't a fisher, you're probably going to want to come here anyway. You might as well make some money while you do it. And you're going to be getting those things that are going to upgrade your other tools anyway. So it makes a lot of sense to do this now, make some money while doing it, and then you can just leave. If you don't like fishing, you can just leave those other things in your bank, and then when time comes when your renown's ready, you can just go to your bank, pick up those things, and just, you know, build those enhanced harpoons, etc. and nets basically straight away. And yeah, there's another thing here as well, the battered imbu made net, which is used to improve the fishing net. So there's a couple of goodies there waiting for you from these ice pools. So yeah, deep ice fishing holes ×2. Standard ones seem to be the majority of the time +1, and you can get coins. As you can see on the first cast, I got a bronze coin. Assume it wasn't higher, but yeah. Someone was asking me in the previous video about the coins, how much perception I had. The only thing that I have in terms of fishing is I'm using a green fishing rod with +58 perception on. Yeah, nothing fancy, nothing crazy. I just got kind of lucky when I got the gold coin and the silver coin pretty quickly. It was in one of these areas. It was the rich fishing area in the Waking Shore is how I got those gold coins. Insanely lucky. I've only seen 1 gold coin. I will note here, with perception, I did actually get a proc on the silver coin. I'm assuming this will happen eventually for the gold and the bronze coins. But basically what happened is, from fishing up a silver coin, it said your perception had the effect, something to that effect in the chat, and I got 2 silver coins in 1 cast. So if you manage to get the 2 gold coins in 1 cast, then you've won the lottery essentially, basically. And yeah, anyway, I hope this little gold making tip helps you out. The Frosted Rimefin Tunas. You'll probably see another video about the lava ones as well, because I'm sure that's going to be a money maker for the first bunch of people that hit Tuskar 15. So all the best on that. And if you want more wild tips, be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel. All the best. Take care. Bye bye.